department with Ayelet Wasserman. She's the head of the department. I'm in charge of the connection between businesses and the municipality and all the restaurants, bar, clubs in Tel Aviv. Most of them now are closed right now. And we are talking about thousands of people that lost their jobs in one day. So our challenge is huge. Some of the restaurants and other businesses are providing delivery services. But businesses that did not used to work with online services are now in a bigger problem. So me and Elad will answer all your questions. I will guide you in this hackathon. So good luck.
Great. I'll take it from here. Thank you, Yuval. My name is Elad. I'm from the Tel Aviv Foundation. For those of you who don't know, the Tel Aviv Foundation is an NGO that works alongside the municipality, actually acting as a financial tool of the municipality. My role in the foundation is to develop public-private partnerships. And I've been working with Yuval and the head of the business department in Tel Aviv, Ayelet. And I'm going to run through the challenge, and then we can open it up for questions. I'm just going to share my screen. And we'll get going. All right, so we're talking about the Mayor's Challenge, the Local Business Saver. And I'm going to get right into it. So first of all, the challenge statement. We're talking about a methodology or a tool that will assess which businesses have a chance of surviving the coronavirus and which do not. I'll get into a bit more of the specifics of what we're talking about. I want to also highlight the fact that this tool should enable the municipality to understand which businesses require aid, meaning that we have to understand that there are all sorts of different types of businesses now, some that have been severely impacted by the coronavirus and others that have not seen that much of an impact. And of course, there's the supermarkets, the grocery stores, which have seen an increase in their revenue cycle. So we're talking about which businesses actually require that aid, what form and in what capacity should that aid be given to them. Now, just a little bit of a brief stats. Now, these stats are also going to be available to you afterwards, and we can also go and dive into more details about them. But just so you know, there's approximately 72,000 businesses in Tel Aviv. Now, out of those, 13,000 require a city-issued business license. And in those, we've highlighted a couple of those of what the stats are. Basically, we're looking at 2,500 restaurants, coffee shops, other food businesses, supermarkets, beauty salons. There are others, and we can get into that afterwards. I want to give you a brief snapshot about what's going on right now in the city in concerns to businesses. So we have around 1,900 supermarkets, grocery stores, pet shop stores that are still operating under the Health Administration guidelines. We have around approximately between 400 to 500 restaurant businesses that are operating in some sort of form of delivery. Other 750 food businesses, so, like bakeries, for instance, that are working in a takeaway capacity, and 85 different pharmacies. Now, what we're looking at in this challenge is also understanding how are businesses going to operate in the next month, 6 months, year. There's a lot of predictions that you're going to need to do in accordance with how the guidelines are going to look and how these social guidelines, social distancing guidelines are going to affect them. And we're also looking about which businesses are going to be able to still provide their product or service due to these social distancing guidelines, and how are these businesses going to be compatible to the changes, meaning how much can they adapt to these changes and still offer some sort of product or service during that time. Now, the parameters that are relevant for success here. Now, it's important to understand that we're looking at, first of all, the business model. Can the business model be sustained during this coronavirus age? Will the business still be able to not just sustain itself, survive, and then thrive afterwards. And we also want to understand what kind of social impact these businesses have on the city. Now, I'm just going to give you a couple of examples just to understand the kind of things that we're looking at, but we're not just looking for the fact in can the business survive or not. We're also looking at what kind of impact does the business have in the city, whether it's the population that it employs. Just to give you an example, we have 40,000 of the asylum seeker community in Tel Aviv. A lot of them have been working in these restaurants, and now that they're closed, they're out of job. That means that we have people in the city that need assistance, need food. So you cannot separate the fact that your models should also be related to what kind of social impact. And then the last is the community impact. What kind of impact does the business have on whether it's the identity of the community, the involvement, and other aspects. And now you should take these three parameters to develop a municipal tool. This municipal tool should help us understand which businesses are in most need of assistance and what kind of assistance that should be offered, and what kind of impact it will have on the city to keep those businesses up and running. So take all those parameters into your models and try to come up with something that we can scale in the long term to understand how it could be affected to all sorts of different businesses and the type of aid that they require. The judging criteria, I imagine you already know, but we're talking about something that is feasible and that has a quick time to market. And of course, the impact, to what degree does the solution impact the different population groups? That has a lot to do with those social parameters that we underlined. That's just in brief. I think we can open it up for a couple of questions. I mean, let me know how, Tal, how you want to moderate this, or would you like them to more do personal inquiries towards us?
So I just saw that Ayelet Wasserman joined us. So if Ayelet wants to say a few words, she's here as well as the manager of the business licensing department in Tel Aviv-Yafo municipality. But yes, we're open for a discussion. So feel free to turn on your mics and just speak up.
Hi guys. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Noam.
Hi, nice to meet you all. I have some questions. I was under the impression that the idea behind this methodology is to develop some kind of an online tool or automated tool that takes data from the municipality data, as for the businesses, the streets, the population, things like that. Adds to that specific business data. I would say add to that the category data of the business itself, whether it's a restaurant or a supermarket and so on, and take all of these data along with other pieces of information, and then come out with ideas on its profitability, or its, I would say, its chances of surviving the crisis, and B, what actions should be done by the business or by the municipality itself. Is that correct? This is something that you're expecting, that the tool will give you recommendations?
Yes, I'll answer that. Yes, that in an essence is correct. You have to realize that, again, some of the parameters that you're going to need to put into those models are much more broad than what you just stated. So you're going to have to do a sort of a deep dive into understanding the ecosystem of these small businesses and the impact that they have on the city. And yes, this needs to be a tool that we input data into it and then understand which type of businesses require aid and in what form and in what capacity.
I see. And, yes, but what do you expect to get by Tuesday? I mean, we can offer the methodology, but we need to drill down the data that the city has in their GIS systems, in other places, because until Tuesday, probably we won't have any real data to work with.
Well, I think what we can expect in Tuesday is at least a model, a methodology. Not necessarily, you don't have to necessarily put all that data into your model, but you have to give us an understanding of about which parameters, what data should we be putting into this model, and the actual data, the actual collecting of data might not all be in the municipal systems, and it might be something that we need to do some more work on in the future, but it should be a model.
Okay, okay, thanks.
Hi guys, this is Yael from the Salad Blog group. Do we have a list of databases and availability? You know, I'm also thinking about things like revenues and for these businesses, and how do we measure impact, other things. Like what kind of databases do we have access to? And if we have access to for the duration of this hackathon?
Yuval, you want to describe the type of data that we have on the businesses themselves?
Yeah, we don't have the revenue of the businesses. We have categories. We can provide you geographical, places. And if you would like specific data, I can provide you, but not revenue, because it's private.
Got it.
Yeah, revenue is only something that you'll be able to get from the business owner themselves.
Right.
You can maybe get a picture of what a revenue cycle looks like for, say, an average for a restaurant, an average for a coffee shop, and then put that into your model. But
yes.
it's not something.
Averages are great. Okay, so whatever you guys have, is there a list somewhere, or should we send you a list?
Yeah, you can send me a list, and I will send you what I have.
Okay, thanks.
Yuval, can you add your contact details in the chat, please?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. I saw that Lior raised their hand.
Yes, hi guys.
Hi.
I'm Lior from Franzik. We have a working product that we want to adjust to work with small, medium businesses. So my question is, if in this hackathon we can meet a virtual meeting with small businesses in Tel Aviv to see if we can run a pilot. So this will be a validation that our product it can adjust to the business.
Could you repeat the question? I didn't really hear you.
Yes, we have a product that it fits to sport teams and fans, and we believe that it also will help small and medium businesses to create a digital traffic. So part of the hackathon, we want to meet a virtual meeting with some businesses in Tel Aviv and see if they want to cooperate with us and run a pilot. So this will be create some of the validation that our model is valid.
And you're looking to do this till Tuesday, or are you talking about afterwards?
Both. We can until Tuesday to see that we have signal, a positive signal, and after that we can run the pilot. Yes, because we have our product is ready. We only need to adjust it from the sport area to the SMB area.
Mm-hmm. We can try to connect you to some businesses that may be open to testing some of this out. I cannot guarantee it. The only thing I can say that if in the end this is the winner of the hackathon and a pilot will need to be tested for it, then obviously we will help make the connections for it in order to get a measurable pilot that works. But I don't necessarily see it up and running until Tuesday.
Of course.
But that's just my take.
I think that if we have a signal that we have now 5-10 businesses that want to cooperate, is a good signal for the one-pager to see that we have a valid path.
I understand you. I can't guarantee that. We'll do our best.
Of course. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Other questions? Okay, so,
Okay, I have one question.
oh, yeah, sure, go ahead.
Yeah, Elle again. So one of the biggest challenges of implementation of any program like this is reaching out to these businesses and then processing their applications and things like that. So, you know, there's over, I don't know, 40, by the way, how many businesses that answer this category are in Tel Aviv? We're talking about small and medium size, right? Can you give me a number?
What was the question?
How many businesses in total, operating businesses in total, are there in Tel Aviv right now that answer this requirement, right? The small and medium size.
Around 50,000.
50,000. And if, let's say, we need to roll out some sort of an application, is there a way to contact them all, publicize it all, so they all hear? Does the municipality have a way to send them a message, you know? Not obviously for the next 2 days, in general, I mean.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, there'll be ways to send them messages in order to enroll. We can do that through the business division, and we can email them or. Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, great.
Yeah, we have Facebook, like businesses Facebook. It's no problem to reach them.
Okay. Okay, great.
Hi, this is Michael Anav speaking. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi. So I want to introduce myself. I am Michael, and I'm leader of Passit Point CO Point. And we provide, we give businesses the opportunity to sell their product services in advance. These businesses will provide those products services after the economic crisis come to an end, and then and they will reopen their businesses to the public. Our goal is to help businesses survive these few months of uncertainty and lack of revenue and reduce their possibility of being forced to close. So I just want to introduce myself and my team. And we are already prepared to go to market. We already have the website, and we already started to work with 7 businesses like hairdressers and cosmetics, and also bar and restaurant.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
If there are no other questions, I put down my phone number on the mentors list. Best for me is if you WhatsApp me, and then I'll make some time available, and then we can talk, because I'm at home and I have a small baby, so I never know exactly when I'm available.
Yeah, I wrote my phone number and email as well in the chat.
Okay, I'll just add here in the chat again the mentors table, availability table. So feel free to use it. Just carefully, please do not delete anything, but make sure that you use mentors availability to consult. So thank you very much for taking the time to participate here in this webinar. We will have other webinars today for the other challenges. Second challenge is at 4, third challenge is at 6, and we have a closing event for the day at 6:30, hosting Piero Pelizaro from the city of Milan. So you're very welcome to join. Thank you. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Good luck.
Thanks. Bye.